We begin with that huge setback for Russia as its flagship vessel in the Black Sea has sunk. Russia's defense ministry yesterday said the Moskva was being towed to port after suffering heavy damages and sank in a storm. A day earlier, Ukrainian officials said their forces hit the ship with 2 anti-ship missiles, causing significant damage. Moscow denied the claim, instead saying that a fire began on board, causing ammunition to detonate. U.S. officials say they cannot confirm what caused the explosion on the vessel. The missile cruiser was a symbol of Russia's naval power, and Willie, either way, it's symbolic of Russia flailing to an extent.
Yeah, symbolic and strategic. We heard from Pentagon Press Secretary Admiral John Kirby yesterday. At that point, 24 hours ago, he said they thought it was being towed back to Russia. In the process of being towed, we now know that that massive ship, the flagship of the Black Sea Fleet for Russia, has sunk now. Let's go straight to Ukraine. Joining us, NBC News foreign correspondent Raf Sanchez, live from Ternopil. Raf, good morning. What more can you tell us about this ship, what it means to Ukraine, what it means to Russia, and more broadly, what's going on in the war today?
Willie, good morning. There is huge celebration here in Ukraine at the news of the sinking of this ship. The defense minister says he is looking forward to scuba diving in the wreckage of the Moskva after his side wins this war. And as you said, it is hard to overstate the symbolism of this. The Moskva is, or it was, the flagship of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. Now it is likely to be remembered as the largest warship sunk by enemy fire since the Second World War. Now, the Russian Defense Ministry says the ship went down last night as it was being towed into port for repairs. But the Ukrainian military says it hit that ship with 2 missiles yesterday. The Russians very pointedly not giving any cause for the fire aboard that ship. They're also not saying how many of its crew members may have died in either the initial explosion or the sinking that followed. But Willie, I'll tell you, underneath the celebration here in Ukraine, there is real concern about how and when and at what scale Vladimir Putin may retaliate for this apparent humiliation out on the Black Sea. One of President Zelensky's advisors warning that Russia is likely to respond. And there were reports of airstrikes around Kyiv last night. One Ukrainian MP suggesting that could be just the beginning of Putin's response here. Willie?